Hello and welcome to the Cranky Old Gamer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game that has been flying off store shelves, Sagrada. Sagrada is put out by Floodgate Games, and it is designed by Daryl Andrews and Adrian Adamescu. It is a dice drafting game where you're making stained glass windows. I gotta say, I love this game. I'm just going to come right out and say that. I've been doing a lot of games that I really like this year. I don't think I've done a negative review this year. The game kind of plays like a logic puzzle more than anything else. The game can be played 1 to 4 players, although I will be honest, I have not tried the solo. The solo I know is basically just the regular game, but there's like a specific challenge for that. The way the game is played, everybody grabs a stained glass window and a pattern card. The pattern card is going to tell you what dice can be placed where. From there, you roll the dice for the entire turn, and then each player goes down the line and drafts the dice that they want in order. From there, you place the dice in your tableau according to your pattern. The pattern's going to tell you what color dice can be placed where and what numbers. And it really kind of plays out like a logic puzzle, trying to combine the right dice in the right spots without painting yourself into a corner. So before we really get into anything, let's go ahead and do a clock wipe and take a look at some of the components, shall we? Here we have all of the components of Sagrada. You have 5 different colors of dice. You have 18 of each. And they all go into this handy dandy dice bag. Shake it all up and draw out of there. You have these absolutely beautiful stained glass windows in 4 different colors, 1 for each player. You have your tool cards, which are over here. They can be things that are special abilities that can be used in games, and you buy them with these favor tokens, just little glass beads. We have your score tracker for the end, and here are your stack of public and private goals. Things like row color variety. You get 6 points for each row with no repeated colors. Column color, column shade, deep shade, 6 of 5 and 6, things like that. And here are your color pattern cards. These are varying in difficulty, as you can see. They're 5 to 3. I think there's a couple 6s in there. Each has a special name, and they're dual-sided. I'm going to take one of these, and we'll grab this one here, lots of colors. Take it here, and slide it on in there. The way this works, this is the tableau you're trying to fill. You take the dice that you draft. Here, only a 6 can go there, but it doesn't matter what color. So I can put if I can find the 6, if I can put a yellow 6 there. I could not put a yellow die here. It has to be blue, but I can put any number here. Now, when you're drafting dice, it's easy to start, but once you get further into it, some of these get a little harder to fill up. That's really it. The components are very, very simple. They are very, very durable. I like these. These are gorgeous. They're thick cardboard. You can see the artwork on them is beautiful. You have a wide variety of double-sided patterns. Really like the components of this game. That's basically it. It's a very simple game, component-wise. So let's get on to my thoughts about the game. All right, so now that you got a better idea of how to play the game, couple of thoughts on it. I really enjoyed this game. I like it for its simplicity. It is very, very easy to teach. So this is a wonderful game for newbie gamers. If you have people that are in your group that are maybe not all that savvy with board games, this is a very easy one to teach. It is beautiful, so it's going to be eye-catching for them. But it's not simple. Like, it's easy to teach, but there's a lot of thought that goes on to it. There's a lot of brain-burning kind of logic things. So I think this is going to be a great game for newbies. I have used it for such with great success. And I like how every game is going to be kind of different for you. There are so many different pattern cards that it's going to take a lot of replays of this game before you really exhaust everything that's out there. And then you've got your tool cards that are going to kind of help you out, and you've got your private objectives, which, it's going to give you that little boost to get, towards the end of the game. Ultimately, this is the kind of dice game that I like. I do love dice games, but there's some, like you guys saw my review for One Deck Dungeon, where the dice control the game. I don't like that. This, I feel like I control the dice. I have no way of really changing them without a tool card, but I'm not looking for one result. I'm getting a result and looking where I need to put that. And I like that about this game. It kind of mitigates, I like using that word mitigate when it comes to dice. It makes me feel less at the whim of the dice. If anything, I feel more at the whim of other players, because I want to get that die and that die, but they might grab that die before I do, and then I got to rethink my strategy. So, and it's odd because I've said before, I don't like card drafting. So I do find it very interesting, like, despite myself, that I'm playing this game and I hate card drafting, but I like dice drafting. So there is a very good reason this is flying off the shelves, and it's not just the beautiful artwork. There is an actual solid game behind this. Is it the deepest game in the world? No, it's not deep strategy. This is not something you're going to be pondering over, trying to come up with better strategies. But when you're in the game, there's a lot of like that brain burning logic, and I really respect that. I enjoy that. And again, I like those tool cards, because I like that they can't be abused. You only have so many favor tokens, so you can use them in a pinch. But keep in mind, those favor tokens are points at the end, so you are giving up points just to get that favor for the tool, and I think that's a good balance there. If I have any kind of advice towards towards gamers that are going to play this, be careful of your private goals and public goals. Yes, you want to complete this because that's where a lot of your points are, but those public goals are where you're going to rack up most of your points. But if you focus too hard on those, you could end up screwing yourself. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of your private goals, and I think you'll do well. All right, guys, so that's all I really have for you today. Again, it is a beautiful game. It is a very fun game, but it's a very light game. So there's not a whole lot that I can really talk about with this game, other than the fact that I really did enjoy it, and I think you will too. So, all right, guys, thank you all for watching. Once again, this has been Sagrada, and if you would, please check out my website at thecrankyoldgamer.com, and check out my Instagram, thecrankyoldgamer. And if you like what you see, you want to help me get more games, better equipment, things like that, please consider donating to my Patreon. The link is at the end of the credits. And if you donate, you get your name in the credits. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. Once again, this has been Sagrada. We'll see you later.